And now here are the latest headlines. National Artist for the Visual Arts, Benedicto Bencab Cabrera hits another career milestone in his latest exhibit this year. A Filipino journalist bids farewell to his colorful broadcasting career to resurface as a corporate head. And a former ABS-CBN anchorwoman and a previous GMA7 anchor will be joining forces in another network for a no-holds-barred interview. Hello everyone and welcome. And I am indeed very glad you can join us for this special edition of Corina Interviews. I'm Rico Hizon.
At isa sa pinagpipitaganang mamamahayag sa buong Pilipinas to the world, Rico Hizon is in the house! Woohoo! Wow, 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 wow!
Grabe! Corina Sanchez, Corina Interviews.
Oy,
Never in my wildest dreams.
No!
Talaga?
Matagal ka na naming pinagpaplanuhan, Rico Hizon, kaya lang hindi ko alam kung nagtatagalog ka pa.
Konti lang.
May punto! Ano ba yun?
Konti lang.
Okay, dun muna tayo nung bata ka. Kasi syempre, maraming mga nanonood sa atin ngayon. Gusto rin nila na yung kanilang mga anak, o hindi ba? Iba-iba yan eh. Pwede rin silang maging mga news anchor, maging reporter sa telebisyon, di ba? Ano ba ang kailangan na background o pagpapalaki sa isang bata para maging kasing galing mong magsalita at mag-deliver ng news? Eh, ang balita ko, hindi daw makasalita ng diretsyo si Rico Hizon nung siya'y bata.
Tama.
Ano yan, bulol?
Bulol.
Bulol.
Oo, hanggang 4.5 years old. Isa lang ang sinasabi ko sa magulang ko, Bala.
Huh?
Rico, anong pangalan mo? Bala. Hindi naman Bala, kundi Bala. Nagtataka nga ang mga magulang ko, bakit Bala?
Oo.
Ewan ko, bakit ganon? Tapos, sinabi ng nanay ko, nako, ipasok na nga natin to sa isang speech therapist.
Ay!
Oo, sa isang speech therapist.
Umabot ka pa sa ganon?
Umabot ako doon, tapos nagsalita na ako, baka kasi natakot ako.
Oh.
Tapos pinasok ako, because of my late speech,
Right.
pinasok ko sa kindergarten, tapos sa prep, hanggang, hindi pa grade 1 to grade 7, high school. Kaya binuo ko talaga yung buong proseso ng edukasyon. Tapos yung nanay ko, nung bata pa ako, pinapanood na niya ang balita. Diba dati, Corina, ang evening newscast, 6 p.m.
Yes.
at 10 p.m. lamang. At saka hindi siya 1 hour.
Right.
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
So lagi kong katabi yung aking nanay na nanonood ng balita. Tapos nung grade 4, grade 5 ako, sinabi ko sa kanya na, Mami, gusto kong maging ganyan, reporter, where the action is
Tina
happening.
Monzon Palma pa nun.
Tina Monzon,
Ikaw
Tina Monzon
talaga.
Palma, Jose Mariveles,
Ayan,
Bong
hindi pa ako
Lapira.
pinapanganak nun.
Oh, that's right.
Ito, naisip mo na yun.
Naisip ko na yun nung grade 5.
Okay.
Tapos, I just started to be so, I used to be an A student in conduct. Tapos naging B+, tapos naging B. Tapos sinabi ng nanay ko, naku, grabe ka, Rico. Naging madaldal ka. So sumama naman ako sa mga public speaking competitions. Declamation, bigkasan, oratorical contest,
Totoo?
talumpatian.
O, pati Tagalog?
Pati Tagalog.
Ah,
Oo.
wow.
So, one of my famous interpretations was of Carlos P. Romulo's speech.
You still remember?
I am a Filipino. I am a Filipino. In my veins runs the immortal seed of heroes. Diba? Jose Rizal. Diba?
Wow, my
Andres
God.
Bonifacio. Juan Luna.
Wow.
That's one of the main, and well, I won gold medal.
Naks naman,
nung grade
Kailangan
school.
banggitin natin yun, ha? Gold medalist siya, ha?
Gold medalist in grade
Oo,
5.
oo.
Grade
Pero
5.
hindi kaagad winner ang Rico Hison. Kasi, were you second? Were you last among siblings?
I'm the youngest.
Youngest,
Ako
okay.
yung youngest.
Insecure ka daw sa mga kapatid mo.
Oo,
Bakit?
kasi ang gagaling nila. They would always get 95, 100, and they were always top 5 in their batch. Ako naman, kulelat, nag-kindergarten, nag-prep, so I would only be mga top 50, top 80 in my batch. So I was your above average student but never your
Ace
student. So sinabi ko sa sarili ko, saan pa ako talaga pwede mag-excel? Kumakanta talaga ako eh.
Wow.
Oo.
Aba,
kumakanta
kang
talaga ako.
ganyan. Papasample tayo.
Miyembro ako ng kundi, ng Lasal.
Kundira na?
Hindi, kundi sana.
Ay, hindi pumasa?
Hindi.
Hindi ka pumasa?
Nag-audition ako.
Oo.
Usually, 5 auditions yan bago ka makarating sa final audition tapos sasama ka sa Kundirana. At that same time na nag-audition ako, inimbita ako para maging presidente ng Forensics Guild, which is the public speaking group at saka yung debating club. So I would have been with Gary, I would have been with Ogie kung nakasama ako sa Kundirana. Pero sinabi ko, hindi naman exception yung aking singing voice. So pumunta na lang ako sa public speaking at saka sa debating club.
Ayun.
And doon na ako nag-excel. And I think I made the right choice.
So even while you were growing up, sabihin mo lang, yan na, high school na, di ba? Ito pa lang si Rico ay raketero. Ha? Kahit na sabihin mo hindi naman sila mahirap, ano? Abay, ano bang nag-fast food ka pa daw?
Ang gusto talaga ng mga magulang ko is to really work hard for the money that you earn. Kaya nung high school, nagtrabaho ako sa isang fast food restaurant.
Right.
Oo, for 3 years.
Okay.
So hindi ako humingi ng pera sa magulang ko during the summer breaks. Tapos bumibili ako ng Sperry Top Cider. Bumibili ako ng plaka.
Okay.
Oh, kasi yun ang aking mga kapritsyo when I was in grade school and high school. My parents are so grounded. So they never spoiled me. Lahat ng mga damit ko, lahat ng mga laruan ko, hand-me-down from my siblings. Hindi ba? Kung gusto kong bumili ng bagong damit, or yung dating yung mga G.I. Joe na binibili mo sa Nepomart, sa Angeles City,
Yes.
yung mga PX goods, savings ko yon.
Ayun.
Oo.
Saan naman galing yung nagluluto ka pa ng fruitcake?
Alam mo, paano mo, saan mo
Rico,
na-research yan?
ano yan?
Oo,
Nagluluto ka talaga?
Yung mami ko, meron siyang magic fruitcake recipe. So my mom had that special wine and special fruits na linalagay niya sa fruitcake. So ang ginawa ko, sinabi ko, Mami, baka pwede kong pagkakitaan to. Gumawa ko ng 100 fruitcakes. Tapos binenta ko ng 150 pesos. Ang patong ko, 75.
Aba!
Oh, di ba? So kumita ako.
Oh.
Pwede kong bilhin yung mga plaka ko.
Ayun,
at saka
mahilig
yung mga
ka talaga.
sapatos.
Mahilig ka
At
talaga
saka-
sa plaka at sapatos.
Oo, at saka yung mga aking mga faded glory at saka nick-nick.
Huwag kalimutan ng
Ano,
Bang-Bang.
Bang-Bang.
At Fiorucci.
Tama. Ayun. So, they would give me like 30 pesos a day, hindi ba? Para sa aking lunch at saka merienda. I would save that. Minsan hindi na rin ako kumakain. Or minsan, ginagastos ko lang 10, maybe 20 pesos. So, makasave ako para makabili ng mga gusto kong mga gamit.
Parang naririnig ko yung aking talambuhay dito kay Rico. No, I was about to say David kasi 'di ba close kayo ni David
David
Celdran.
Celdran, magkasama kami sa high school sa isang mobile
Kaya
business group.
Nag-DJ ka pa?
DJ at saka kasi nangongolekta ako ng mga vinyls, binibili ko sa US. Meron akong mga kaibigan na piloto at saka mga flight attendants. So pinapabili ko. Tapos ako yung supplier.
Wow!
Oo, kasi at that time, noong 1980s, magka-batch kami ni David Celdran sa Lasal Green Hills. So, may mobile
Usong-uso
kami.
yan dati.
Mga new wave, hindi ba?
Yes.
Tsaka rock. Oo, so, magkasama kami, nagdi-DJ.
Kumikita naman kayo.
Kumikita kami. At that time, one night is about 700 pesos.
Okay na ba yung 700 noon?
Ay, ang laki na
Malaki
nun.
na yun,
Malaki
ano,
na yun.
dati.
Noong 1980s, malaki na yun. 700. Kung popular ka, 1,000 pesos ang
Right.
babayaran nila sa'yo.
Galing,
Diba?
ano?
Oo.
At si David Celdran ay napunta rin sa broadcasting.
Correct,
Oo.
correct. Nauna pa siya sa akin.
Oo.
Kasi right after college, talagang kinuha na siya.
Pero bago ang glamorosong mga pagre-reporter, naging taga-timpla muna siya ng kape at taga-print ng script. Pareho tayo.
Oo,
Ako din ang taga-timpla.
ayan.
Ako ang taga-timpla ni Mel Chanco
Pareho
ng kape
pala
niya.
ang track natin.
Correct.
Career
Oo.
track.
Pero hindi, never naman ako Uncle Bob's talaga ba?
Yes,
Lucky
kasi,
7 Club?
kasi
Bakit?
walang opening sa News and Public Affairs. Nag-apply ako doon. Alam mo naman, dati sa News and Public Affairs, you only have 5 or 6 reporters. Tapos wala ring reporter para sa Public Affairs. Ngayon, iba na. 30, 50
Right.
na mga reporters. So, nag-apply ako sa Uncle Bob's Lucky 7 Club kasi nakilala ko si Jody Stewart, yung anak ni Uncle Bob. Sinabi niya, sige Rico, dito ka na muna sa Uncle Bob, production assistant, tapos baka pwede kang ipapakilala kita sa mga boss sa News and Public Affairs. So doon ako nag-umpisa. Nagsusulat sa Manila paper ng script. Tapos ako yung nagre-research.
Ayun.
Tapos ako rin yung nagro-rolling pin ng
Okay.
script. Hindi
Masipag
ba?
ka din.
Oo. I really worked hard kasi I felt like I just cannot just be a reporter. Hindi ba? Kailangan you really have to start from the trenches o from the bottom up. Kaya marunong rin ako mag-edit, magsulat, mag-edit. Di ba? Kailangan alam mo lahat ang mga skill sets.
Correct. So, ang nangyari, dahil sa isang bagyo, na-discover siya ng GMA na pasado pala siyang maging news anchor. Paano nangyari yon? Magkakape muna kami sandali.
Ayan,
lang, ha?
kape na muna tayo.
Cheers muna tayo.
Cheers!
Cheers sa bagyo!
Cheers sa
Marami
bagyo.
palang nadadala palang mga biyaya yan. Biruin ninyo ang kakaibang brilyo ng kanyang karera bilang isang mamamahayag sa telebisyon. Hindi lang dito, kung hindi sa buong mundo ay nagsimula sa isang bagyo.
Ayan, Bagyong Uring noong 1991.
Correct. Anong nangyari nung Bagyong Uring?
Kasi yung programa namin sa umaga ni Attorney Dom Puno ay Business Today. So tumawag siya sa akin mga 5:30 ng umaga. Rico, baha dito sa Alabang. Hindi ako makakarating dyan sa Makati. Baha sa South Superhighway. Kailangan ikaw ang umupo bilang host ngayong umaga. Sabi ko, nasa na mga notes ko? Nasa na mga tanong ko?
Kita mo? Pero hindi ka umatras.
Hindi ako matras.
Ibig sabihin, nasa puso mo na yon na
Talaga.
sana minsan mag-absent si Dong Puno. You were ready when the opportunity was there.
Lagi naman sinasabi sa akin ni Attorney Dom Puno, he was my mentor, tinetrain na niya ako, Rico, baka isang araw, baha, or meron akong emergency appointment, hindi ako makakarating sa morning show ng 6 o'clock, so be ready.
So there was a plan B.
Yeah, there was always a plan B.
4 na interviewee.
4 na interviewee. So, yun ang naging basically video resume ko. Hindi ba?
Wow.
Video resume ko. That was my big break. Tapos sinabi ni Attorney Dong, you know, Rico, I taught you well. I taught you
Talaga
well.
ba?
Oo. Pero
Kilig.
of course, kilig to the bones.
Oo.
Pero of course, that was, ninenervous pa ako noon, di ba? But he said, for a first-timer, you did very well.
So puro
Makalimutan.
negosyo itong show na
Yes,
ito.
Business Today. Puro
I
negosyo,
see.
puro stock market. Kaya talagang pinapag-aralan ko talaga
Correct.
ang business and financial news.
Teka muna, ikaw ba'y aral sa mathematics o finance na biglang ganyan na puro numbers na ang
Hindi,
nire-report
kasi
mo?
ang gusto ko lang talaga, Corina, ay maging isang reporter. So, I took up communication arts sa De La Salle University. Pero sinabi ng tatay ko, Rico, walang pera dyan. Walang pera dyan. Totoo naman, nung nag-umpisa ako,
Oo nga.
200 pesos per show, 300 pesos,
Oo.
ang maximum 500.
Okay.
Eh, yung mga kabatch ko sa La Salle, at saka sa Ateneo, at saka sa UP, ang kita nila 15,000 pesos, ako 1,000 pesos a month.
Wow.
So kailangan mo talaga na maraming racket, 2, 3 programa para kumita at least 5,000 to 6,000 a month. Sinabi na daddy ko, mag-business management ka, Rico, at least meron kang fallback. Kung hindi ka magsasucceed, at least pwede kang sumama dito sa family business or pwede kang maging stockbroker. Sinabi ko, o sige na nga, kahit ayaw ko. So So nag-accounting ako, investment math, calculus, lahat yan.
Kinaya mo talaga yan.
Kinaya ko talaga para, kasi inisip ko talaga yung sinasabi ng daddy ko, it's really very important that we listen to the advice of our parents.
Right.
At totoo naman, totoo yung kanyang advice, no? Kasi sinabi sa akin ng GMA, Rico, marami na kasing reporter dyan covering the police beat, Malacanang, Congress. Lalagay nga kita dito sa DTI, Central Bank, SEC. So, ginawa ko yun.
Ayun.
So, it all came in handy.
Correct.
Yung kurso ko sa business sa
Kasi
Lasal.
hindi lahat kakayanin yun.
Yun, hindi lahat.
Pero bago ka napunta sa television, nag-ano ka muna ha? Nag-acting-acting ka muna sa entablado, right?
Well, pinagsama ko. Kasi sumama nga ako sa isang production ng Repertory Philippines. So, nag-audition ako for this musical called Camelot.
Okay. At
Oo.
sino ka naman doon?
I was one of the knights na pinatay ni Lancelot.
Okay.
Doon
Namatay
sa
agad.
joust. Doon sa joust. Pero nangyari dyan, Corina, 1 week before the staging at Meralco Theater, na-aksidente ako. Kasi naglagari ako. I was doing my morning show with Attorney Dong Puno and Vicky Morales. At saka ginagawa ko yung Viewpoint, ang dami kong racket. So na-aksidente ako going home from rehearsals. Lumusot ako sa ilalim ng isang truck. Wasak yung kotse ko. Pero hindi umabot yung truck sa akin. Nakaalis ako. So I said, wow, parang wake-up call ba? Parang it was like a second life na baka ito nga, baka news is meant for me and it's my passion. Even though musical theater is my love, gusto ko rin kumanta, maybe it's not for me today. So, nag-quit ako 1 week before the opening night of Camelot at Meralco Theater.
Okay, wait. So, gaano ka katagal talagang nag-news anchor or, current affairs anchor here in the Philippines? Bago ka umalis?
1991 until 1995.
Okay.
So, nag-anchor na ako almost daily sa Business Today at saka sa GMA Network News. Tapos, tinawagan ako ng NBC News of New York. Sinabi nila, naghahanap kami ng isang anchor from Asia, born, educated, in the region. Kasi, alam mo naman, Corina, it's easy to import, hindi ba? Mga ABC, mga American, anong tawag dyan? American-born Chinese or American-born Canadians.
Yes.
Or UK-born Asians para pumunta rito. But they wanted somebody who was bred and educated from Asia. So nag-apply ako. I sent my video resume, tapos tinawagan ako to go to Hong Kong for an interview. Pumunta ako doon, and then I was interviewed by NBC News. Sinabi nila, magtatayo sila ng business news network in Asia, based in Hong Kong. Kasi sinabi nila, you're hired. CNBC.
CNBC?
I was the only Filipino.
Oo.
I was the only Filipino to be part of CNBC
So
Asia.
ano yan? Sinuwerte ka? Ikaw ang nakita? Or talagang nag-apply ka? Or
Nag-apply talaga ako.
Nag-apply ka talaga?
Oo, nag-apply talaga ako. Nag-apply ako.
Maabilidad ka talaga. Hindi, totoo
Kapalan
nga.
ng mukha. Hindi
Totoo
ba?
ha. You knew what you wanted. And hindi kasi automatic na kapag meron ka ng karera dito, iisipin mo pa yung may karera ka sa ibang bansa.
That's right. Tapos iniisip ko, should I go overseas or should I stay here? Kasi umaangat na yung karera ko sa GMA 7
Yes.
Umaangat na, pero sinabi ko, I want maybe personally to trailblaze for Filipinos,
Yeah.
for future Filipinos who would also like to be news anchors. So I was with the CNBC for 7 years. Tapos, nagsara yung Hong Kong operations kasi nalugi. So it merged with Dow Jones and Asia Business News sa Singapore. So, we were about 250 people who were laid off in Hong Kong. And they were saying, oh, we have positions open in the merged CNBC Asia in Singapore. And we're only looking for 15 people. 15 people to move to Singapore.
Ilan kayong nag-apply?
Oh, mahigit 100.
Wow.
And only 15 were accepted. So, I moved to Singapore.
Ano yan? May song and dance number ka? Bakit ikaw ang napili na naman?
Aywan ko nga eh.
May kinalaman talaga lahat ng mga lahat ng pinagdaanan mo mula bata, yung pagpupursige mo, wanting it, the hunger.
Passion, really passion for
Right.
for journalism.
Pero teka muna, okay, Pilipino na at that time, it was a new idea that Filipinos would anchor abroad.
Nung nag-apply ako sa CNBC Asia, tinanong nila sa akin, saan ka pa nag-aral, Rico? Nag-aral ka ba sa Amerika? O sa Canada? Sinabi ko, hindi. Nag-aral ako dito sa Pilipinas.
Oo.
Sinabi nila, napaka-klaro ng accent mo sa Ingles.
Correct.
Ang
Ano?
tawag nga sa aking accent internationally, Corina, ay Pan-Asian.
Pan-Asian.
English accent.
Really?
Neutral ang
Okay.
sinasabi nilang aking accent. It's not British, it's not Australian, it's not American, at saka walang twang.
Walang twang.
Walang twang. Tapos, nung kinuha naman ako sa BBC World News, sinabi ko, are you sure? Maybe you would like to think twice. Because listen to my accent. It is not the Queen's English. Di ba at that time si Queen Elizabeth?
Oo.
Ngayon King's English na.
Oo.
Sabi nila, no, it's not. It's not because your accent is British or American. It is your neutral English accent, which is clear.
Yun ang gusto nila.
Yun ang gusto nila.
Wow.
Oo.
Bakit ikaw lang ang tanging sinuwerte ng grabe? Bakit kami hindi? Ayan ang malalaman natin ngayon, di ba?
Ayan.
Paanong nangyari na lahat kami naiwan dito sa Pilipinas at siya ay nakabuo ng isang mayabong na karera na nagbabalita, Pilipino, ng international news sa iba't ibang bansa.
Ang lalim naman nun, mayabong.
Nagpa-practice lang ako. Pinasisiklaban lang kita. Meron bang mga, may paghihirap ba dyan? Ano yung mga struggle mo sa loob? Karanasan mo bilang Pilipino, working abroad?
Wow, alam mo, nung nag-umpisa ako sa CNBC Asia sa Hong Kong, wow, parang United Nations kami of nationalities. Mga 20 nationalities to 25 all over the world.
Iba-iba ang
Vietnamese,
punto.
Chinese, Hong Kong, US, lahat. And they were also welcoming, even from Japan. Also, I felt like I was part of a big family.
Talaga?
Talagang walang discrimination, wala. We were all helping each other
Talaga?
grow. And pag wala akong alam, let's say about the stock market or a certain company, nagtutulungan kami.
Paano naman yung iiwan mo yung pamilya mo tapos titira ka sa ibang bansa na ibang kultura?
Oo nga na-homesick nga rin ako, di ba?
Oo.
When I moved to CNBC in Hong Kong. At that time, hindi pa ako kasal. So I was still single, enjoying. It was fun. It was fun working with CNBC. Tapos, ayun, nag-move ako sa Singapore. Ikinasal na rin ako.
Doon ba kayo nagkita ng misis mo?
Nagkita kami sa Hong Kong on a blind date. She was a flight attendant, Corina, for Northwest Airlines. From the day I met her, my wife is Melanie Sikia, 10 months lang kami. Talagang hindi ko na pinakawalan. From the day I met her, kasi parang of age na ako. I was already 32 years old. Parang ready na
Okay
rin
na
to settle
yun.
down.
Oo.
So, when I met her, 10 months later, we got married. August
Talaga?
8, 1998. Tapos last year, we celebrated our 25th wedding anniversary.
Wow!
So
That must have been good times for you and your wife, no?
Oo.
Kasi bagong bansa, bagong trabaho.
A new adventure,
Yes.
new journey,
Oo.
hindi ba? So, 10 months lang kami magkakilala, tapos nag-asawa na kami. So, we took our time, hindi na muna kami nagkaanak. So, we were traveling around the world. We were just really enjoying
That
ourselves.
was great, great, great.
So,
Okay.
CNBC was over 7 years.
Right.
Pagkatapos nun, they were saying, meron tayong opening sa BBC World News. Who wants to apply? So, sabi ko, me! Diba? So, nag-apply na rin ako.
Oh, wow.
I try, you have to take a chance. You have
Right,
to take the
oo.
risk. So, nag-apply ako. Somebody also recruited me to try. And then I did an audition. Na-accept ako.
Galing.
Kaya
Oh,
nga
ito naman
eh.
London na.
Singapore.
Singapore.
Singapore-based siya. Pero ang maganda dyan, Corina, kasi pag absent yung mga anchors, ang mga presenters sa London, tumatawag sila, Rico, we need to call you up. Please fly to London. So this happened like twice or thrice a year.
Talaga?
Pumupunta ako sa London.
Ang ganda.
Nandun ako sa mothership
Correct.
Sa mothership. Ang
Wow.
saya. So,
Global broadcaster ka na talaga. Oh.
ang saya.
Ang saya.
Ang saya talaga. 18 years ako doon sa BBC World News.
Wow.
Tinan mo, hindi nag-iba yung aking accent at saka marunong pa rin akong magtagalog.
Oo, no?
Oo, di ba? Hindi nawala.
So, kumbaga, sinadya mo talaga na i-preserba mo yung
Yes.
pagka-Pilipino mo,
Yung
no?
pagka-Pilipino ko.
Ayun.
And I was also very active in extracurricular activities sa Hong Kong and Singapore. Sumasama ako sa mga Filipino organizations. Hindi ba? Para I never forget yung roots
Kultura.
ko. Yes, yung aking kultura. Nag-organize ng mga concerts,
Galing.
performances.
Pero
for the
umuwi ka pa
culture.
din?
Ay, oo, umuwi ako. Dati, mahal ang umuwi, hindi ba? Mahal. You're talking about Singapore, Manila, round trip, mga 800 to 1,000 US dollars. Eh ngayon, for $100, $200, pwede ka nang umuwi. Hindi ba?
Right,
Oh,
right,
dati
right.
mahal. So I would only go home maybe twice a year.
Ayun. At least hindi mo nami-miss yung pamilya mo masyado.
Oo. Yung mami ko rin, tsaka daddy ko, pumupunta ng Singapore. Mga kapatid ko rin, pumupunta ng Singapore kasi malapit lang, 4 hours.
What a great life that was,
Really happy.
Oo.
And lagi kong tinatayo ang bandera, ang bandila ng Pilipinas.
Oo.
Oo.
Grabe ang buhay, hindi lang sa personal, di ba? Kung hindi, syempre sa professional. Sa mga na-interview mo na mga global figures, sige, isa-isahin natin
Nako.
yung mga memorable, ang dami nun hindi natin maiisa-isa lahat yon. Sa larangan ng sports,
Ayan.
sino ang memorable sa'yo?
Si Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant,
Oo, Kobe
wow.
Bryant tsaka si LeBron James. Si Kobe Bryant, napaka-lakas ng karisma. Kahit na may mga hagad, yung mga bodyguard, he is so welcoming, he is so friendly on air.
Wow.
For me, the best example kasi pwede naman tayo mag-interview. Pagkatapos ng interview, sinabi ko, Kobe, can you sign my Los Angeles Lakers jersey? Tapos sinabi ng kanyang bodyguard, no. He doesn't do autographs. Sabi niya, you know what? Stay away. I'm gonna do this for Rico. Tapos to Rico, Kobe Bryant.
Oh,
And wow, he's a lovely person.
So you must have
Really
been
great
heartbroken. What happened?
I was heartbroken. And when he died in January 2020 because of helicopter crash, BBC had, rolling coverage, and they were interviewing me almost every hour to ask about my experience being around Kobe Bryant. Because when I was at BBC World News, I was the only one who really got to interview Kobe Bryant. Si LeBron James, at that time, he just won his second championship with the Miami Heat. May pagkamasungit. Hindi ba? May pagka-memorable
Oy,
kasi
aminado
masungit.
naman siya.
Ha?
Did you see the documentary? He admits it.
Oh, yeah.
You wouldn't want to
Admits it.
work with me, sabi niya.
Totoo, hindi ba?
Pero okay, sa politika naman, sino?
Politika, former US President Bill Clinton. Talagang, you're just mesmerized. Just being around him. Nasi ganito, Corina. He held my hand. He looks into my eye. Rico, it was lovely speaking with you. This was a fantastic interview. Wow! Kaagad nakakrush na ako sa kanya.
Man crush.
Yeah, man crush. And he basically knows everything and anything from politics to global issues to economics, business, entertainment. Wow.
Galing, ano?
But he was also the person who asked me, Rico, where did you study? Did you study in the States, Canada? I said, why? Why, Mr. President? Because your English is impeccable. I said, wow, thank you very much, Mr. President. And I said, how did you discover me? Why did you allow me to interview you? He said, Rico, because I not only interviewed him, but I also interviewed his Clinton Global Initiative. I was a moderator in Hong Kong, and then he even flew me all the way to New York to moderate several of his sessions.
Oh, wow.
So I said, wow, Mr. President, it's impeccable. Where did you study? I said, I finished in the #1 university in the Philippines.
According to you,
According to me.
hindi agree ang mga atinista dyan. Okay.
Well, you know why? I really appreciate it, Corina, na nandito ka and you're wearing green. You're now an adopted green archer, and I will make sure that you are invited to all DLSU Green Archer basketball
I would gladly
games.
attend.
Yeah.
Okay, teka muna. You also had an unforgettable moment with Mahathir Mohamad of Malaysia.
Yes. Like you yourself, you also
Yes,
interviewed
yes, oo.
Mahathir Mohamad. I had 30 minutes with him and I was like on the edge of my chair because we were talking about economics, GDP growth, inflation, interest rates, the political situation in China. I really had to be on my toes.
Oo, no?
And you know what? You really have to follow. You just cannot look at your notes. Oh, what am I gonna ask next? What am I gonna
Paano
ask
ka ba
next?
mag-prepare? Paano ka maghanda? Kasi grabe yung mga pangalan, napakalalaking pangalan sa buong mundo. Hindi pa, the key is preparation,
Preparation.
right?
Preparation and knowing your economics.
Ayun.
Economics 101.
Okay.
Especially if you're talking to someone like Mahathir Mohamad or somebody like former US President Bill Clinton. You really have to know your global issues, Israel, China, economic growth,
Wow.
interest rates. Kailangan across the
So, ano
board.
yan? Parati ka nagbabasa?
Lagi ako nagbabasa araw-araw. Ang training talaga sa akin ni Attorney Dong Puno, magbasa ka, not only the headlines, but also not only the first, second, third paragraph, but you have to finish the whole story. Hindi lang yung top part ng broadsheet. Also look below the headlines and all the pages, especially opinion pages. Kasi doon sa opinion pages, that's where you'll get a little bit more. That's where you really know a lot more about the subject matter.
O sa mga singer naman, or Hollywood celebrities.
Well, si David Foster.
David Foster.
David Foster.
Okay.
Tapos si Steven Tyler.
Ay, oo.
Ayan, hindi ba?
Okay. And sa mga artista
Talagang
naman.
also very magnetic personalities and very easy to talk to. I was able to have a one-on-one, face-to-face with Jamie Foxx.
Ah, wow.
Oh, hindi ba? He was electro. He was in Singapore when I was still with BBC News. He was there and I interviewed him together with Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone.
Wow.
Ayan. I was able to interview all of them.
Galing,
Yeah,
ano?
masaya.
Nakakatuwa, ano?
Another singer that I love, I'll backtrack a bit, Josh Groban.
Ay, nagsample siya.
Nagsample siya.
Totoo?
Oo, nagsample siya sa akin sa interview.
Wow.
Ang galing.
What a charmed run, right? To say it mildly, that's really, to me, the wish list bucket list of every broadcaster. And to do it internationally at that. So ang tanong, bakit mo naman iniwan niya, ha? Bakit sila nag-break? Bakit sila nag-break ng BBC? Bakit siya nag-resign? Yon. Magugulat kayo sa kanyang sagot, pero break din muna tayo. So napakaganda na ng karera sa ibang bansa. In fact, wala na sana siyang balak bumalik ng Pilipinas kasi
Wala na.
it was just so good.
So,
Bakit?
18 years with BBC World News. Akala ko hindi na ako aalis doon. 7 years with CNBC, 25 years. So, when my dad turned 90 years old, sinabi niya, Rico, may wish ako. Tapusin mo na yung OFW status mo. Umuwi ka na.
Nag-90 si Papi.
Yes,
Ayun.
nag-90 si Papi. Sinabi ko, Dad, pag-isipan ko na muna. Happy-happy na kami dito sa lugar namin sa Singapore. At saka ang ganda na nung dynamics, hindi ba? Pupunta ako ng London 3 times a year. Balik ako. Pero sinabi ko, well, I love my dad. He's the only one that I have left. My mom passed away in 2013, so kailangan ko nang umuwi. But it took me, my wife Melanie, and of course we also include our son, Migo, in the decision-making process kasi malaki na rin siya.
But before you continue, ano yung pinakagusto mo sa buhay mo sa Singapore? You know, I hear that a lot from people who live there.
Everything works.
Yes, that's what
Everything
they say.
works.
Oo.
Di ba? Kung may nasira yung air condition mo, customer service, sasagot ka agad, repair in the afternoon. May problema sa internet, tawag ka, meron ka ng appointment. Dito, ang hirap. Matagal. Bago sumagot. Ang accessibility sa Singapore, bus, taxi, train, efficiency to the max.
Crime rate, zero.
Kahit sa Hong Kong. I would go back to Hong Kong and work there in a whim. The UK, the art, the culture, the musical performances on West End, right? Corina, ang sarap talaga pag nasa first world ka. Efficiency, galore.
Correct. Pero dito sa Pilipinas, ang pamilya.
Oo, ang pamilya naman. Yan ang pinaka-importante. Umuwi ako dito 2 years after my dad's birthday wish. Pero, iso-surprise ko sana siya noong March 19, 2020, ECQ. So, hindi ko nga rin na siya nakita on his 92nd birthday.
Kahit alam niyang nandito ka na.
Hindi niya alam Na-surprise na lang siya. O, Rico, nasaan ka? Andito ko nasa condo. Hindi ako makalabas. We cannot celebrate with you your birthday. Sabi, it's all right. At least I know that you're already home. And my wish, ang aking munting wish na babalik ka dito sa Pilipinas, has come true.
Pero at least ngayon, habang buhay pa yung dad mo.
96 na siya, Corina.
Congratulations!
96 years old. Still very lucid, very sharp. Naalala pa niya ang aking utang.
Totoo! Sinisingil ka pa rin.
Sinisingil niya ako. Pero sinasabi ko sa daddy ko, Dad, mahal naman kita. Nandito naman ako. Sige, Rico. Huwag na ngayon. Sa susunod na lang.
What is the secret of your dad's long life?
Well, hindi siya umiinom. He eats healthy food. Lagi siya nag-exercise during his younger years. Hindi siya naninigarilyo. Wala siyang bisyo.
Ay, walang bisyo.
Walang
clean
bisyo.
living.
Clean living.
Oh, I see.
So I also followed in his footsteps. Pero ako naman, I love soft drinks. So I'm pre-diabetic. I go in and out.
Ba't di ka mag-zero?
Nagsi-zero rin ako. Pero minsan yung mga cake dito, sweets
mahilig
dyan.
ka sa matamis.
Mahilig ako sa matamis.
So yan lang ang issue mo sa
yan lang
health?
ang issue ko, yes. So umiinom ako ng metformin araw-araw.
ay. Okay. So wala ka namang pagsisisi?
Wala ka talagang pagsisisi because when I joined CNN Philippines, wow, it was fantastic. I was able to come up and produce a show that had basically all the elements that I had from my days with CNBC, which is business and finance, to BBC, which was entertainment, lifestyle, politics, and sports. So pinagsama ko lahat yan, yung formula na yan, and that was the formula of the final word.
Welcome back, everyone. You're watching The Final Word on CNN Philippines. I'm Rico Hizon.
Tsaka wala akong pinagsisisi, Corina, kasi, last year, I won parang the Grand Slam of news anchoring in Asia. Kaya napanood na natin ang Golden at saka Asian Television Awards.
Wow! So ito talaga ang nandyan sa eskaparate mo.
Yes.
Diba? Dahil international
Yes.
diba?
Oo.
Wow. So parang kumbaga, you were able to scratch every itch.
Yes.
In your profession.
Oo, that's right. Pero may itch pa rin, hindi ba? I still love news. I eat like you and me. We eat, breathe, and live news.
Correct.
Hindi ba? It's in our veins.
Correct.
Hindi mo lang maalis yan.
Eto na ngayon. Okay, so, syempre, akala natin, ay, nandito na si Rico. And then, biglang walang kaabog-abog, biglang nagsarado ang CNN. Nagulat ang lahat doon.
Nagulat rin ako.
Ano nangyari?
Hindi ko nga alam nung Asian Academy Creative Awards nga nung Disyembre 2023. At saka, di ba, nakita tayo sa Vietnam for the Asian Television Awards. Pinadala pa ako sa Singapore tsaka Vietnam.
Right.
So nagpapasalamat rin ako sa management na kahit na lubog na sa utang, sa talo, pinadala pa rin ako, hindi ba? But it was really unexpected. I mean, we were doing so well over the past 9 years. I joined them in 2020. We were doing so well. Unfortunately, we had to shut down because of the mounting losses.
Goodbyes and farewells. So long, see you around, but never a final goodbye.
So it was sort of unplanned.
It was unplanned.
On your part?
Yeah, unplanned. Kasi akala ko my whole career will already be with CNN Philippines.
Correct.
Dito na magtatapos ang aking karera.
And guess what? Iba na naman ang kanyang ginagawa ngayon. Ano ba yun?
Grabe, no?
Hindi ba?
Hindi na senior anchor.
Oo. At least, senior vice president na siya ngayon.
For corporate relations.
You know, you could have still become an anchor somewhere, right? But Ano ba? Ano crossroads na naman ito sa karera mo?
Oo. Kasi gusto ko talagang bumalik sa international news. Marami akong offers abroad. Pero yun na nga, yung daddy ko, 96 years old na, he's not also in the best of health. So sinabi niya sa akin, Rico, dito ka na muna. Dito ka na muna, malapit sa akin. Huwag ka lumayo.
Correct.
Hindi ba?
Medyo masakit yata rin yun, ano? Siyempre, you have to choose.
Yes.
Because here comes another opportunity. Kumbaga, hindi ka nababakante, boss. Diba? But
I'm blessed.
You are
Sobrang
very
blessed, Corina,
blessed.
hindi
Yes,
ba?
oo.
I mean, I work now for the largest corporation, the largest conglomerate in the Philippines. And I'm representing them
Right.
in the private and the public sector.
correct.
And
At ngayon, magagamit mo na lahat ng natutunan mo tungkol sa mathematics
That's
at
right.
negosyo.
That's right.
Sa
Kasi
pag-a-anchor mo.
pag-a-anchor ko kasi SM Investments
Yes.
Corporation. It is the parent company of all the C families' businesses. I've been in the job for several weeks and I'm still learning the ropes
At least
of the business.
it's a new adventure.
Yes.
Oo.
At saka tinitinan ko na lang, Corina, that every business is like a news beat.
Correct.
Hindi ba?
Tama.
Di ba ang dami ng news beat ngayon? So I'm basically, itong business na ito, DTI. O itong business na ito, Congress, Malacanang, Senado. Di ba para yung aking pananaw and my learnings are all pigeonholed, di ba?
Correct.
Siloed para I'm learning each business individually and how they all interact as one.
Oo. And of course, hindi naman natin masasabi kung kailan ka na naman lalabas sa telebisyon. Right?
Well, lalabas ako sa Corina interviews.
Right.
Kaya nandito ako.
Nauna na ako, di ba? Naku, marami pang mga connect itong si Rico sa buhay niya. Sumasanga-sanga pa ang kanyang personal at ang kanyang professional na buhay. So yun naman ang ating tatanungin sa kanya. Bakit tayo nandito? O hindi nyo
Ayan.
naman alam. Siya ay kolektor siya ni Ben Cabrera. Marami pa kayong hindi alam tungkol kay Rico. Diyan lang kayo. So nagtataka ang mga tao, bakit tayo napapaligiran ng mga obra maestra ni Ben Cabrera or
Ayan.
Ben Cap, isa sa mga pinagpipitaga ng national artists ng ating bansa.
The only
Yes.
living Filipino treasure. The
Correct.
only living national artist for the visual arts.
At kita mo naman, yung swerte talaga ni Rico, hindi lang sa professional at personal, pati ba naman sa larangan ng art, naging BFF pa niya yung national artist. Alam mo, nasa iyo na lahat,
Hindi. Kasi
Oo.
I've been collecting art, Corina, since 1991.
Okay.
Wala talaga akong knowledge or any appreciation for art. Tapos sinabi sa akin ng news department, i-cover mo nga itong artist na ito na galing ng UK.
Okay?
Ang pangalan niya, Ben Cab. Ben Cab?
So parang nagsisimula pa lang siya noon.
Dito sa
Okay.
Pilipinas. So pinuntahan ko sa Luz Gallery, na-meet ko yung asawa niya, si Annie Sartu. Tapos, grabe, namangha ako.
Wow.
Namangha ako sa kagandahan ng kanyang mga obra
Obra.
maestra.
At ito na nga ang kanyang
Ayan.
koleksiones.
Hindi naman. Ito lang dalawa.
Ayan palang bahay at lupa na. Ano ba? Siyempre, ganyan talaga ang art. Pag bumili ka.
Pinaghirapan
Yes.
sa
Teardrops.
sweldo. The theme of this painting is from portraits from the past. Old
okay.
photographs.
Oo.
And the name of this work is called Woman with Chopsticks.
Obviously.
Oo.
With a bowl.
With a bowl.
Okay, ang
ganito.
ganda.
It's a unique piece kasi
Yes.
it's only one of maybe few pieces na meron siyang mga paint drips
Ay,
dyan
oo
sa ilalim,
nga.
hindi ba? Hindi kompleto yung trabaho,
Oo.
so ginamit niya paint drips. So this is maybe just 1, 2, or 3 that he's used this style.
Correct. Ito,
Oo.
ibang style naman ito.
Ayan, iba namang style yan.
Oo.
This is based on his muse, Sabel. These are what you call the 36 movements of Sabel.
The 36 movements. Wow.
Of Sabel,
Kaya
hindi
iba-iba
ba?
ang forma ng katawan.
Iba-iba
ano?
ang forma ng katawan, hindi ba? Lalakad, sumasayaw,
Beautiful.
nagmo-model.
Yes.
Ayan. But it all originated Corina, dyan sa Sabel na yan na nasa likod mo.
Ito ba yun?
Ayan, hindi ba?
Oo, so
yan,
ito yun.
si Sabel.
Ito yung Sabel.
Yan ang Sabel.
Correct.
When Ben was in Tondo, peering out of his window, he saw this woman draped in plastic dun sa corner, nakasquat. Tapos pinicturan niya.
Ay, yung pala kwento nun.
Yes, ang kwento nun. Tapos bumaba siya, nawala na. So you have different styles behind you. Ito, this is one Sabel, that's another Sabel behind you as well.
Where
and
are we
another one.
anyway? Okay.
We are here at Abitare.
Abitare.
Internazionale.
Hindi ko alam
ba?
kung nasan kami. Okay. Ang daming magagandang
Ang ganda.
piyesa dito para sa inyong bahay, pero there is a current exhibition
That's right.
of the works of national artist Ben Cabrera.
Yes.
Ano pa ba ang iyong mga hilig? Teka muna, paano ka naging very close kay Ben Cabrera? Ninong, right?
Ninong.
Oo.
And then I discovered when I went to his very first exhibition noong 1991 sa Luz Gallery.
Okay.
Ayun, then we became very close friends since then. Tapos, nung napanganak yung aming me and Melanie's only child, si Migo, siya yung naging ninong. Tsaka yung asawa niya si Annie, ninang naman ni Migo. Pumunta pa sila sa Singapore for the baptism.
Okay.
Tapos, fast forward, 2023, nung 25th anniversary namin, because they're very, very close to our hearts, si Ben and Annie, ginawa namin silang ninong at ninang sa kasal namin.
You only have one son.
One lang,
Totoo
kuripot
ba?
nga eh.
Bakit? Bakit isa lang ang anak?
Kasi, Corina, yung schedule ko noon, nung nasa CNBC ako, nagigising ako ng 3 o'clock ng umaga, tapos puyat, tapos double shift pa ako. I did the first show in the morning and the last show at night. Nagalit nga sa akin ng mga co-anchors. Sinabi, Rico, don't do that again. Don't set a bad precedent na ginagawa mo yung first show at saka last show. Right. So, ganun talaga. I just really love my craft and I was willing to do any show. Alam mo naman, kahit 12 hours, 16 hours tayo magtrabaho, it's because it's our passion.
Right.
Oo.
So, your kid, si Migo, ano ang hilig?
Ang hilig niya, rapper siya. Kumakanta rin siya.
Rapper!
Oo.
Wow!
Dati, when he was studying here in the Philippines, meron siyang banda. Tapos, ngayong nasa US na siya, he's studying at Santa Clara University. He wants to be a psychiatrist. A psychologist, psychiatrist.
Singing psychiatrist.
Oo, kasi ang anak ko is a listener. Gusto niyang tumulong sa kanyang mga kapwa-tao.
How old is he now?
He's 19 years old.
Okay.
Turning 20. He's
malapit
taking a
ka na
BS
mag-graduate.
Psychology. 3 years pa.
Correct.
Kailangan pa mag-invest pa.
Yes.
And save.
Correct.
Oo.
Kailangan pa natin kumayod pa ng konti.
Oo, tsaka si Pepe and Pilar.
Yun ang
5
malayo
years
pa.
old. 5 years old.
Rico, I have to live to be 120 years old, okay? Ang balak ko,
Doble.
120.
Times 2.
At kailangan ganito pa rin ang mukha ko. At 120.
Hindi magpapalit. Hindi magpapalit ang beauty ni Corina
Ay,
Sanchez.
nako, sana. O, teka muna, hindi tayo pwede magtapos, ha? Hanggang hindi tayo nakakapagpa-sample.
Ako, magkakape na muna ako.
Magkape ka muna, painitin mong iyong mga lalamunan.
Pwede
kasi
ko bang iuwi itong mug mo?
Sa'yo na
Corina
yan.
interviews?
Sa'yo na yan, may 10 pa dyan. Okay. Audition song niya
Ayan.
sa Camelot. Yan.
Ayan.
Hindi naman buong kanta, kahit isang linya
Ay,
lang.
gano'n. Nakala ko buong kanta.
Wala tayong time.
If ever I would leave you, it wouldn't be in summer. Wouldn't be in summer, I never would go.
Aba! Maganda.
Pwede na ba?
Pwede
Oo,
na.
pwede na.
Kung ako yung
Papasar pala.
judge. Kung ako yung judge.
Ay, okay.
Rico
Filipino
Hizon's got...
idol.
Yeah, Rico Hizon's got talent. O, ito. Ano naman ang song mo for wife?
Be my lady, come to me and take my hand and be my lady. Truly, I must let you know that I'm in love with you. Ayan.
Martin, anong sinabi mo? Wala kang sinabi.
Oh, I love Martin Rivera, the concert king.
Yeah, he's really the
Diba?
best. Okay.
Say that you love me and show me that you care.
With sabay luhod.
Say that you need me and I'll always be there for Corina interviews.
Oo, biro mo. Dito lang yan, ha? At meron pang isang hirit. Ito naman ang kanyang kanta for all the global fans out there missing Rico Hizon, sorry, nandito siya sa amin ngayon.
And I will never ever say goodbye.
What a big discovery! Talagang kailangan at some point in your life, Rico, you relax
Oo.
and sing.
Oo.
Okay, this is not to indulge you with your pre-diabetic state.
Nako.
Pero mag-toast muna tayo sa
Ayan.
masarap na tsokolate.
Toast.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Rico.
you, Corina, for having me on your show. It is an honor, a pleasure, a privilege.
I so enjoyed.
Naghintay ako ng mga 2 dekada.
Correct. Hayaan mo na. Dumating din tayo
Dumating
sa
tayo rin
malayo man ang biyahe, ito pa rin ang tuloy.
Ayan. Ang
Thanks.
susunod sa programa ko naman.
Yeah.
Ayan,
Has to be in London. Has to be in London. Thank you, Rico.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mabuhay si Corina Sanchez.
Mabuhay ang Pilipinas.
Mabuhay ang
Na ngayon,
Pilipinas.
si Rico Hizon ay narito sa atin.